last week, Mike, I thought it was fascinating. Sometimes I shouldn't say that. It's not that I don't like putting that stuff out there because it's honest and it's real and it really happened. So it's not like a belief that I'm trying to put on people. It's just real experiences, and I put it out there. But I thought one of the most fascinating things, I've spoken to you many times. You immediately can you tell everyone what you immediately reached? Because I was talking about my dad and the Cardinal and Rob and Joe Sib, and we were talking about the Hawk and that whole thing. What did you say to me, or you texted to me, right?
No, we had a phone call right after the show.
What did you tell everyone what you said? And I was blown away that you immediately, like, we just finished the podcast and you reached out, which I have to say, I would never have seen that in someone like you.
So my father passed away a few years ago and he was cremated. So I found these necklaces online that you can take some of the ashes and you can put them in the necklace and, carry them around with you wherever you go. The design that I got, the first one, I wasn't really too keen on. So I'm like, I want to get a different one, but my dad's ashes were already in there. A buddy of mine came down from Alaska and he was visiting, call him Eskimo Joe. He's a good friend. And I was telling him about it and I was like, yeah, I don't know what to do with this. And he was like, well, give it to me and I'll take it to Alaska. And he's like, I can put it in a tree and hawks like shiny things, this and that, and they'll take it and they'll go wherever. I'm like, whatever, fine. My dad's in Alaska. Cool. So he goes back to Alaska and weeks go by. This necklace is in the tree and it's just sitting there and it's not doing anything. And then all of a sudden he sends me an email saying, dude, there's a hawk in the tree by your dad's necklace. And I'm like, get out of here. And he said it was just sitting there and it just stared at him. And for like 10, 15 minutes, it just sat there. And then all of a sudden it just grabbed the necklace and then just took off.
That's why. See, again, that's one of those. Yeah, and there's people that do that. No, but there's some people that go, all right, so you're gonna relate a hawk that your dad's ass is in Alaska, and you think like what do you think? It's a spirit or something? It's just it's to each his own. It's to each his own. And I keep telling people, if you do feel there's some type of connection or whatever, then so be it. As long as it helps you, it helps fill your cup up. Who cares? I want to talk about a few things, and I want to bring a friend on that I've been doing some shows with down here in Florida, Monty Franklin, on a little bit. Originally, he came from Australia and doing stand-up here, but two things. One is, along that line, I do want to start doing a segment where I really, really study lyrics, and I really, really, I learned so much from, like, some people go to church, or some people, I'll take lyrics and I'll see them in a whole different light than others do it. And what you were just saying, like, just the spirit, I was really into, I used to really be into hard rock, and I still am. But one of the bands that I find fascinating used to be this band System of a Down. Now, it doesn't even matter what System of a Down is. What I'm learning was when I would talk to people just about certain things, they go, oh, where'd you hear that? And if I didn't put the music behind it and I didn't say who was doing it, they thought it was fascinating, riveting, and all that jazz. So here's lyrics. I used to blast this all the time. And it brings me also into this whole Twitter war that went on that I even know I was involved in. The song is called Science, right? So it says, making two possibilities a reality, predicting the future of things we all know. Fighting off the diseased programming of centuries. Science fails to recognize the single most potent, that's a big word. Science fails to recognize the single most potent element of human existence, letting the reins go to the unfolding. So science fails to recognize a potent element of humanity that would let our reins just go to a complete new unfolding, and that is faith. Faith. Now, faith has also been captured and reorganized and shown as religion, which turned a lot of humanity the other way. That was a well-orchestrated plan, if you ask me. And then the best part of it, I mean, it's a very heavy song. And I love how he says, spirit moves through all things. Science has failed our world. Science has failed our Mother Earth. Science fails to recognize the single most potent element of human existence, faith. Spirit moves through all things. Thank you, Turge. Thank you, System of a Down. So that I just wanted to put back into what I was talking about last week, which goes along this whole thing. And, you know, it's to each his own. Some people think it's ludicrous. Some people think, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And we do have a deeper feeling.